The David situation has been undoubtedly the worst we've seen in years, as he would get accused of murdering an underage girl who he's been in a romantic relationship with for multiple years. Now, what made this situation so bad was there was more evidence against him that could ever be accounted for, leaving many people to believe that David is 100% guilty. This video is a super condensed version of all of the evidence against David. Therefore, let's go all the way back to the very beginning. Over the past couple days, artist David has been convicted of murder and also pedophilia, after a dead body would be found in his impounded Tesla, and countless leaked screenshots and videos would be aired to the public. With all these allegations and evidence, it did seem like the entire internet turned against David within a couple short days. Now, the person found deceased in the trunk of his Tesla was named Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a 15-year-old girl who had allegedly been dating David for multiple years. Very strange considering the fact that David is a 20-year-old, and like I said, he had been talking to her for multiple years. David's a PDF file? I think yes. On top of that, David would release his hit song Romantic Homicide on September 7th of 2022. Conveniently, that's actually Celeste's birthday, and she would have turned 13 years old that year. Many people thought this meant David had to have been dating Celeste whenever she was 13, assuming the song was wrote about her because it was literally posted on her birthday. But if he had enough of an attachment to her to write a song for her, he would have had to have known her before this point, which means that she would have been 12 years old. And with the song being titled Romantic Homicide, we can assume they had some sort of romantic relationship. But the allegations would only get worse after this point, because numerous leaked screenshots from David's Discord proved that even years ago, he had some sort of romantic relationship with Celeste. Not just that, but many people even called her his girlfriend, which, considering the fact that she was so young at the time, is honestly just disgusting. He has a girlfriend, pretty sure he's dating right now. Her name is Celeste. I'm in a song crisis right now. Drop the one with the missing girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez. It's weird how it looked like so many people knew about David and Celeste's relationship, and also that Celeste was a missing girl, yet they did nothing about it. Didn't go to authorities or even confront David about it, they just let it be. And on top of that, things only got darker, as pictures would show David even paying off people to keep their mouths shut about the situation. It's really disturbing when you think about it. This guy is a PDF file from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader, let's just call her C, and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew that he had to pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on. It's honestly so bad that so many people knew something was going on, but no one ever spoke out about it. There would even be screenshots that I don't even want to show of Celeste talking about her sexual experiences with David, despite, like I said, her literally being a 13 to 15-year-old when she was dating him. In the court of law, that is literally considered the R word. So not only is David getting convicted of murder, but he's also a PDF and a arpist. A leaked song from a couple years ago would also show him literally talking about Celeste. Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes, I hear her voice each time I take a breath, I'm obsessed. Oh Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. Yeah, that's pretty concerning, bro, I'ma be honest. You look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. It's so disturbing how so many people haven't put the pieces together. David's writing all of these songs about a missing girl. Granted, they are leaked songs, and I'm pretty sure like they just got leaked after the allegations came out, but he's been constantly talking about her and even showing her in other people's content for like the longest time.
This say water. This say water. This say water.
Oh, you look good.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I can't forget.
Hi,
Good
how
to
are
see
you? Celeste.
I've been chilling, just bobbing.
David, somebody, hey, I'm gonna say this right now. He didn't kill anybody, bro. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday. Bro, do you see the videos that he makes? Either he was framed or my theory is somebody killed someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective, so.
I'm not blaming any of these streamers because I'm sure a lot of them didn't know that Celeste was underage. I'm just talking about all the fans in the Discord that knew that she was a missing girl and also underage are the ones to be blamed in this situation. Obviously, David is a fucking weirdo regardless, assuming all of this stuff is true, which I mean, the evidence is looking like it is, but all these people just holding all this stuff in and not reporting it to authorities, police, or anything like that, it's just so bad because now this girl who was being taken advantage of is gone. I feel like this entire situation is a wake-up call that celebrities are almost never the kind of people you think they are. Even if they portray themselves as a good person to their fans, that doesn't mean that they're righteous people behind the scenes.
Also, David's just like
like when we work together, he's just like so good in the room and is just so creative, has so many ideas, and like,
and he's a
just
good
like,
person too.
He's a
good
great person, yeah.
He's a good dude, bro. And
he's a great dude.
Again, I bet you Leroy and Adapt didn't actually know what was going on with David behind the scenes. They just know him from, what they've seen, their impressions of him, where he was a good guy. Even though we obviously know now that that is not the case. XQC has undoubtedly had the biggest deep dive on the David situation, with people even sending him emails of some pretty dark and disturbing things that I haven't seen anyone else talk about. It would all start after XQC would get an email from a random viewer, and this is what it would say.
I decided to open my emails for whatever reason. I saw some person show me, tell me about this David thing, and dude, it was some crazy shit, but it made sense. Look at this shit. It speaks about some shit like fucking, I don't know if see some of this is true or not. This is like some crazy like blood moon, like ritualistic shit, whatever, right? But maybe this is into that.
Now, this overall is a very far-fetched situation, but at the same time, it also makes a lot of sense. The emailer would say the blood moon was September 7th, matching her birthday. I'm assuming that's the day she was murdered too. Too much symbolism and patterns that look too uncanny and similar to human sacrifice. Now again, this is something that is absolutely crazy, but also at the same time makes a lot of sense. We have to keep in mind that David seemingly had a fascination with death for the longest time. I mean, bros even hosted a funeral of some sorts at his concerts. It just seems really weird and uncanny. But if David does believe in this type of stuff, then I wouldn't even doubt if this would be in the realm of possibilities. Everything just lines up too well. On top of the fact that David apparently has a song called Super Blood Moon, just making the situation look even more damning to his career. I want to again say though that all of this stuff is alleged. As far as we know right now, David didn't do anything. But even people like Jason Lewin, who have in the past publicly defended David, have retracted their statements live on stream to tens of thousands of people.
First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing, okay? That shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say, the girl that I met named Celeste at the FaZe house is not the same Celeste that was killed. RIP to that girl.
I do want to say, I do feel really bad for Jason, bro. Even though I did put a couple clips in my previous video, even after that, I stated that Jason is not the one to blame here. I guarantee you he did not know about any of this, and I'm sure he did see David as an actual friend, which is honestly really disappointing. I mean, David is a guy who Jason literally had a hit song with, and since he had a hit song with David, he's been also affected by the allegations, even though he obviously had nothing to do with it. I don't know how stupid people on the internet are.
One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. Alright, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro.
Overall, though, it seems like with more of David's acquaintances and even friends, like Jason, taking the side against him due to all these new crazier allegations, it's genuinely looking even worse for him. Like, I don't think I've seen a single person actually defending David other than Jason Lewin, and now Jason Lewin isn't even defending him. A clip would even resurface from January 11th of 2024 of a stream of David and Celeste, where David told his mods to delete all of the VODs and clips off of his Twitch for a reason that he wouldn't specify. Very suspicious, but things would only get worse. The date September 7th seemed to be a major trend in all of David's decisions, whenever he dropped music or anything else. He's dropped music on September 7th on numerous occasions, to the point where it isn't even a coincidence anymore. You can't convince me that someone drops music on that specific day multiple years in a row just as a coincidence or like an accident, like he didn't mean to. It's so obvious that there's some deeper meaning behind it, it's not even funny. And either it's for the reason I mentioned earlier with all the blood moon stuff, and he actually killed Celeste, or he was posting songs about a 15-year-old on her birthday. Regardless, it's weird and incriminating. And again, I want to say that it's not 100% confirmed. There's most definitely going to be some sort of legal action against David, but regardless, it still looks extremely suspicious, and that's just fact. Regardless of if he did it or not, his career is basically over at this point. So many people are going to continue thinking he did it, even if the court says he's innocent, and it's so hard to change the public's opinion about situations situations like this, whenever it's something as serious as this and in the public's eyes, there's so much evidence against him and people just condemning him. Now I want to make it very clear, this is all just speculation. As far as we know, David is completely innocent. Even though there's so much information to prove that he's guilty, in the court of law he is innocent. But that still wouldn't stop more evidence from piling in. Footage resurfaces from David performing an unreleased song at his June 2023 show, where he openly confesses to everything. I don't care about the law when I'm with you, cause I be breaking it all the time.
I don't care about the law when I'm with you, cause I be breaking it all the time. And I don't really mean to cause no issue, but I need you to know, that I need you to know, that life get crazy, so won't you let me slow it down? Yes, no, or maybe, I take it as a yes, cause you're still around. Till I feel it, dark hair, brown skin, love that melanin. Baby, if you look up for love, I think they selling it on the corner of the street that I'm felony.
I mean, bro's just incriminating himself at this point, literally saying that he knows what he's doing is a felony but continues to do it anyways. On top of the fact that literally in his new album, he would literally self-incriminate with the titles.
Crashing, where'd it go wrong, ghost, where did you go, afterlife.
Now this is kind of a far-fetched thing and it probably doesn't mean anything, but it's still kind of interesting to look at. Regardless, all of this evidence just builds on top of each other. It makes the overall picture of David look even worse. Even if he does prove to be innocent in this situation, in the public eye he's still going to be guilty. There's no way he's going to be able to drop any more music after this point, because people are going to constantly look at him as a murderer and someone who dated a 15-year-old despite being 20. If he ever goes on to drop more music, which honestly I don't know if he will, it's going to receive negative press no matter what. And at this point, his fan base has disintegrated into basically nothing. Because who wants to support someone who's been convicted of all of this stuff with so much evidence backing it?
He knew exactly what he was doing. Let's start off with this lyric from one of his songs. He said, "I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time." Here's a picture that he put on his close friends. It is said that he would only post his relationship with Celeste on his close friends because obviously nobody could see it, and this is them together.
I've also seen a ton of people talking about, oh, there's multiple Celestes, or the girl named Celeste that he was dating isn't the same as the missing girl. But guys, let's use our brains here. The missing girl's mom said that she was allegedly dating a guy named David. There's been multiple instances or pictures of the missing girl wearing certain clothes or the same clothes that David's girlfriend was wearing. Coincidence? I think not.
This is a tattoo that the 15-year-old girl had on her finger. This was also posted to Instagram and it says David. This is another Instagram story that he posted, but so cleverly he covers up her face because she is of course 15 years old. This is proof that for 2 years in a row, he uploaded love songs on Celeste's birthday. Her birthday is September 7, 2010. This is a missing poster that was actually being put on Facebook and social media by her family. Now, this one's a little bit confusing because it says she was last seen February 14th of 2024, and then there's another poster that says April 2024, so I'm not sure if she had a history of running away.
I'm pretty sure she did have a history of running away because there's even been pictures of her and David from all the way back in 2023, which is a year before she last went missing.
This is another photo from December 2023 of David and Celeste together. This is a screenshot from his Discord where someone's saying he has a girlfriend. They're pretty sure he's dating and her name is Celeste. This is of course the matching tattoo that he had with her on his finger because obviously he couldn't put her name on his finger because she's 15. Proof that romantic homicide was uploaded on her birthday. This is another picture of them together, and on this one I think they were on FaceTime with someone. The person who put this photo said, "Celeste and David, don't let me sleep." Another photo of the girl with David while they were like video chatting. You can't tell me that the girl on this picture doesn't look like a literal child. Anyone who still thinks that there's two Celestes and the Celeste that David's dating is actually a 23-year-old is genuinely retarded. The girl on this picture looks just like the missing 15-year-old, and it's weird as fuck. Okay, so pay attention to this one. This is a photo of Celeste and David that was uploaded by a user named Lamp. Lamp said, "Hey, who's the girl?" David said, "You are a fed." David later says, I know that he leaked already. We're literally preparing to sue him. He's about to owe me $30,000. This is a music video that he uploaded 7 months ago, which was 10 months after Celeste went missing, and it's a very scary music video where he's basically putting a body into a trunk and then burying it. And this isn't a separate video, but there's basically an unaliver standing in front of him at the edge of a bed.
This for real is so incriminating, bro. How are we not to believe that David has been planning this for the longest time? Everyone thought it was all an act for so long, but maybe he was genuinely planning this for years. In the back of my mind, I still think that this is maybe just a huge promotion for something, like maybe an album, but we all know that's not the case whatsoever. I guess I'm just trying to be optimistic or something, but it's still so sad. Rip Celeste, bro. May her soul rest in peace.
This is another Discord screenshot that Celeste herself apparently posted. She was replying to another girl and she posted this photo of David wearing a shirt that says I love my girlfriend, and I'm assuming that that heart in the middle had a picture of them together as a couple. This is a tweet from May in 2022, and it is said that they were talking in 2022. He said, when I was writing this, I got a notification from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. You said, take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We got to push through it. Was he insinuating that she wanted to go home and he wasn't letting her?
In 2022, we got to keep in mind, wouldn't David have been 17 and she would have been like 12 at that point? It's so crazy just how much evidence there is on this situation. I literally can't wrap my mind around it. Like every single day, there's just something else that gets leaked to the public that makes it look even worse for David, and it makes him look overall even more guilty. Like it's almost impossible to even defend bro at this point, even if he's proven innocent in the court of law, because obviously he has so much money. He'll just get the best lawyers and somehow make his way through it. In the public eye, he'll never be able to recover from this. As long as he lives, he's always just going to be looked at as the guy who dated and murdered a 15-year-old. And at this point, there's nothing he can do to escape that. Over the past 24 hours, someone who allegedly knows the family of Celeste Rivas stated that David was paying them upwards of $10,000 per week to keep their mouths shut and allow him to date their 15-year-old daughter. Now, while this sounds pretty far-fetched and unbelievable, let's be honest, the entire situation is unbelievable. Celeste's parents and family would make numerous posts over the past year or so, saying things like, help us find her please, and overall just showing their efforts to find Celeste. Return Celeste Rivera to us, to bring her home to us. Her family members are deeply concerned. We stop hunting for her sake until she is returned safely to us. Celeste, come home. We're worried sick about you. We're your family. We love you. Reach out to us. Despite Celeste's family acting like they have no idea where she is, and that they're extremely concerned for her well-being, this apparently wouldn't be the case. Someone who allegedly lives about 5 to 10 minutes away from them said her family knew he was with her since she was 11. They didn't care. All they cared about was the money given to them. Unfortunately, she was reported missing in 2024, but they all knew where she was. Even her quote-unquote friends extorted David with money so they wouldn't say where she was staying. I think the mom should even be responsible for allowing a child to move in with a boyfriend at that age. It's too many things, just like a rabbit hole. There's a lot more than what is being said. Here in Elsinore, all her friends are talking about it because she was in communication with them. So sad. Well, like I said, this is all speculation and could be a complete and blatant lie from this person. Let's be honest, it is still in the realm of possibilities. I feel like with this situation, there's always something new coming out that just makes everything even crazier. And with Celeste's relationship being decently public with David, like obviously in certain situations he'd have to cover her face up, but like on Discord they would literally talk about her all the time. I'm surprised that the police didn't even think to investigate David, because he was constantly with someone who resembled and had the same name as the quote-unquote missing girl. But it continues to get worse from here. She would sneak out at age 11. Her neighborhood is horrible. I'm an adult and wouldn't be caught dead walking in the middle of the night there. Then they saw he had money and they became more dependent and sold. Cause what else could you call that quote-unquote mother that lets her 13-year-old leave the house with someone who's 18 and not care? No money in the world could make me give my child to someone. She sold her for $10K a week. Then he would have gone to jail as well for being in a relationship with a 13-year-old. But that's why he paid. He didn't didn't want to be seen as a PDF file. My thing is, even though there's a lot of evidence against what she's saying here, it still does make a lot of sense that this could be a possibility. Yes, it is a far-fetched claim and nothing has been proven, but the one thing that makes me somewhat believe what she's saying is what I said earlier, the amount of pictures and stories that David has posted with a girl that in David's community is known to be Celeste and that looks somewhat like the missing girl. It's just like, how has no one caught on to this yet? They've even been on stream together numerous times, with her face fully shown to the camera. You know, this might just be because now all of the evidence is laid out for us, but I'm just saying that David was publicly with this girl basically all the time. If her parents really wanted to find out where their missing daughter was, you think that it'd be pretty easy to figure out if they're with an A-list celebrity like David. There would be even more leaked messages of Celeste and David going back and forth on Discord. Celeste would say, "My parents are so fucking annoying. They don't let me go see you perform." And then David said, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." Even though these messages as well could be fake, I don't like going around saying, you know, every single message or picture we see on Twitter is real, because most of the time, let's be honest, they're not. They could be photoshopped. This would further prove that either David was paying her parents in some way to allow her to go to his shows and go see him, or he was somehow convincing them to let her go see him. It's a really tricky situation, but everything's kind of tying together, assuming all of this information is true. I've also seen a lot of people talking about the fact that Celeste was apparently pregnant whenever she was murdered with David's baby, which is actually insane. David would even confirm this back in 2024, saying, "Me and @Celeste got a kid on the way," which is absolutely disgusting considering at the time Celeste would have been, I'm pretty sure, 13 years old and David would have been 18. But that's still not the end of it. Things would continue to get crazier. Another unreleased David song would make it even more incriminating, where he would talk about murdering a woman in his car. Despite all of this new evidence, David has still went and gotten the best lawyer that he possibly could, which, I mean, makes sense. The guy is damn near cooked at this point. Like I said in my previous videos, even if he gets proven innocent in this situation, there's still practically nothing he can do to repair his image in the public eye. So basically, whatever he does after this point, if he decides to drop new music or do anything like that, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be negatively received. Anyways though, make sure you guys drop a like on this video if you guys went on to enjoy. I'm going to continue posting videos as more information comes out, so if you guys don't want to miss out on any of that, then subscribe to the channel as well, as it helps out a ton, and you guys are more likely to see any new updates that come out on the situation. I try to keep most of my update videos pretty short, so you guys get the information in a easy to digest way that's also enjoyable to watch, so thank you guys so much. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been your boy Janky, and I'm out. Peace.